work at a business? Why do you want to be an owner operator? Why do you want to work on the factory floor? Why do you want to be a foreman? Why do you want to be a manager? Why, first off, yes, it's going to be simple. Make money, okay? Second thing, time management. Great, okay, I want to do something with my time, so that's my reason why. Your why, though, has to be so strong. Your top three whys have to be so strong that nobody can take them from you. Because when those whys become strong, and then you got to ask yourself what. So it goes why, then what do you need to do? Okay? And then goes belief. Why, what, belief. And the reason why I say it like that is you're right, they don't rhyme, it doesn't go together. Why, what, belief, how's it? Because you need to have a reason why. And for anything you do. Why should you have belief in anything? Why should you be doing this? Why should you be sales? Why should you be working on the factory? Why do you want to be a farmer? Why do you want to ride a horse? Why do you want to do a soapbox derby? Why do you want to drive a truck? Why do you want to be an owner operator? Why do you want to be a pastor? Why do you want to be a priest? Why do you love God? Why do you wear that fashion? Why do you want to know how to sew? Why do you want to go into marketing? Why do you want to be a nurse? Why do you want to be... You see what I'm going at with here? If you don't have a why, then it means nothing. So once you got that why down, you're like, you know what? I need to do it for my daughter. I need to do it for my husband, my wife, my spouse. I need to do it because people need to eat today. I need to do it because I believe that the country is the greatest country in the world. And I can't let somebody else come around and destroy our country because they want to illegally take over. A Marine on the front lines, a soldier on the front lines asks themselves why all the time. Why am I here? You know what we're told? Because if you don't do it, nobody else will. We're military in general in the United States is less than 1% of the population. Why do we do it? Because we do it without asking anybody's thanks. We do it because we believe in our country. We believe it because we know we can when others cannot. We know that we'll get the job done when others won't. Yes, we also know that we need to train. We need to learn. But we know that we can do it. Others may have the same thought process, but they don't have the same belief. A lot of people that join the military, they did, because I want college and I want this or that. But when they get in there, they realize they get to see the rest of the world. Now they have a belief in themselves because they see what else is out there. They see what the world's coming to. They see what's going on. Why do people want to challenge the status quo? It's because of a belief they have. And they believe in themselves first. And that's what each and every one of you has to do. Today's lesson is belief in self. Belief in self. Belief in self. Okay? Belief in self. Your belief. How do you conquer your fear? Believe in yourself. Conquer fear by believing yourself. Okay? We'll conquer your fear. Okay? That's how you do it. Now, is this all mumble jumble? It is. Because unless you're caring, unless you actually believe in yourself, none of this means anything. Unless you want to do more with life. There's no such thing as rich and poor. What it is there is a such thing as belief in self and not believing in self. Believe in others or not believing in others. Believe in what you do or not believing what you do. I promise you, you go out there and you see somebody. Now, this is kind of going to be a kind of a double standard. You know, a lot of people love to run. Some people hate to run, but they run anyway. Then you got some people that hate to run, but they can run faster than everybody else. I was in a unit with a couple guys that love to smoke and everything else. And what we teach everybody, if you smoke, you can't run. Well, that's not true. That's a false fact. Believe it or not, they could actually run faster than everybody, and they would actually smoke on their run, and they could still kill us all in running. Okay? And you know what's even worse than that? They hated the run. That didn't make them better than us. It just means that we kept going because we had a belief. They kept going because they had to. Didn't mean they weren't good at everything else they did. But you got to understand, when you have belief in yourself, you won't be the fastest, you won't be the best. But you'll understand and you'll get the job done. And as you're moving up in the world, you're going to find out that the more things you believe in and the more you do, the crowd thins out towards the top. Why? Because so many people, they'd rather follow than be a leader. And the biggest reason to be a leader is belief in self. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, the person that believes in themselves is the best leader of all. I've seen so many people that go in first. They go to bed last. They eat last. They do everything, making sure everybody else is taken care of. Why? Because they believe in what they're doing. They believe that they need to get this done, and they believe what they're doing is right. And when they believe in themselves and they believe in what they're doing, they get stuff done. Now, this whole lesson today, whether you read this or not, is just this. Belief in oneself. This means nothing back here. I wrote this on the board because you guys are paying attention to what I'm writing, not realizing that you're also listening to what I'm saying. We started out with why. Why do something? Then we started out with what it is we need to do. The next one is belief. If you believe in yourself, you'll read the books. If you believe in yourself, you'll get excited. If you believe in yourself, you'll conquer the fear. If you believe in yourself, you'll have motivation. If you believe in yourself, there's nothing that you will not be able to do. Sure, you may drop and it may fail a bunch of times, but you're going to get back up, you're going to try again, but you're going to change different things each time you fail. Failure is belief in self, and that's what comes with success. Success is the ultimate belief in self. Failure is belief in self, but being able to look at the things you did wrong and correct them and then go about it again. Don't give up. When you believe in yourself, you won't give up. You'll get back up, you'll run the race again. Yeah, sure, you got beat. The first thing you got to do is you got to win. First thing you got to do is you got to get in the race. That's the first belief. That's your why. Why do I need to get in this race? Well, here's the reason why you get in the race. Okay, next one is you just have to get the what. The what is, okay, what do I got to do in this race? Good, you got to run. Oh, I can do that. Okay, good, you're running. Okay? Now the next part is belief. Believe in yourself just to win. Not to win the race, just to finish the race. Just to cross the finish line, whether you're dead last or whether it took you all day long. Go from point A to point B to point C to point D, back to point A. And not do any cut throughs or anything else. Now, what comes after belief? That's tomorrow. Because now once you've got the belief down, now is when you can start practicing more, running harder, riding better, putting on a better set of clothes. Now is when you start learning proper language. Now is when you start learning the businesses you want to get into. And then you start picking off all the other runners one at a time. You don't have to do it all in one shot. You can pick them off all at one time. You could be dead last. Look at the movie Secretariat. Secretariat was dead last. Watch all the other runners. But guess what? In that horse's mind, and if I got to compare you to a horse, I'll compare myself to a horse. That's fine. But that horse needed to see everything in front of it in order to be like, hey, wait a minute, I don't like being back here. So you don't want to be last. Okay, I get it. But first thing is, you already knew you can run the race. Now that you know you can run the race, you're like, okay, I'm going to run it again. Oh, wait a minute, I don't want to be dead last. I don't want to be the last person back here. I don't want to come in last. Okay, what do you got to do then to actually get a foothold? Now you got to start training. You got to start reading more. You got to start practicing longer. Now all of a sudden, you might have come in second last, which means you passed that one person, which means you had a belief in yourself to do better than what you did last time. Okay, but I'm still not happy. Now I want to beat the next person. And that's what Secretariat did. Saw everybody in front of him. And guess what? He wasn't going to ever come in last. Why? Because he needed to see everybody in front of him. If you were in back of him at the start of the race, he would start to lose. Why? Because he couldn't see what he had to do. And some of us, we get so blinded with our blinders on. We don't believe in ourselves anymore. We've been doing things and there's no competition. Or there's nobody to really look at. And all of a sudden, somebody out of the woodwork comes in and whoosh, swipes under our feet. And all of a sudden, they win and we lose. And it's like, what the heck? We get this little twinkle in our eye, like, oh, somebody just beat me. I got to do more. Aldi's came in. A lot of people do not know this. Did you know that Aldi's beat Walmart's numbers? Did you know that Dollar General at one time beat Walmart's numbers? Walmart was the big guy. Walmart's the guy to beat, right? Aldi's beat him. Dollar General beat him. Great. Guess what? They beat him. And they did a good job beating him. How about LifeLock, where they put on TV, yeah, nobody can break into this. Well, guess what? When LifeLock did that, they got in trouble by the Securities and Exchange Commission because when they put that Social Security number online saying, no one's broken into this, all of a sudden all these hackers, scammers, and everybody else like, oh yeah, you want to make a bet? And every day they was getting broken into. They got in trouble for lying because they were getting broken into. Why? Because you put out a challenge. And this goes into the way I'm having you think now. You got to have that challenge. You got to have that one little spark. You're not sure if you can beat somebody or not, but you're going to race them anyway. You see those people that are really, really fast. Problem is, once you beat that one person, you get a little faster. Then you get a little faster. Then you start learning technique. You start learning your running habits. When I ran cross country, I hated running. But I got into a technique where I wouldn't stop. I would just keep going, okay? And I kept telling myself in my head, well, if I stop now, then what's the point? If I stop now, what's the point? And the problem is, by me talking inside of my head, I kept running. I was dead tired by the time I was done. But I made it. And I hated running, but guess what? I did it because I believed in myself. I believed I could do it. I just had to find that way of doing it. So that's where we're going to end it for tonight, everybody. I want you to know this. Belief. Belief in yourself. We started with the why. We continued with the what. And now we have the belief. And if you need belief in yourself, or if you want something to do, contact me. I'll give you a job to do. I know all kinds of jobs. You can be on my team. Or maybe you're trying to get a job in a trucking company. I know all kinds of trucking companies that will hire you, but you've got to have the belief and you've got to have the knowledge to work for these companies, because the companies that I suggest you to are companies that I love. They're companies that I believe in. They are the men and women out there that have actually struggled the hardest, and now they deserve to have good drivers. Maybe you're looking to get into sales or something. I know people that would love to help you sell their products because they have these wonderful products. They have these wonderful vitamins. Maybe you're looking to basically offer people things because you're a mechanic, or maybe you want to do better with your vehicles. I can tell you the best oils and stuff you can get. I can tell you the best mechanics you can go to. Why? Because they believe in it. Not because they charge high prices, but because they believe in what they do, and they're not going to penny pinch you, and they're not going to screw you over, because they knew that if they do a good job for you, it'll be repeat business. I know so many people out there that sell great vitamins, they sell great candles, they do projects on their own to where they can actually help you with different things that you're doing. And if you need a job, I'll help you get one. But guess what? You also need to believe in yourself. You need to tell yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I do what I do right now? Because one day I hope that those that I love will benefit from what I'm actually telling them, what I'm showing them, what I'm teaching them. My energy can scare anybody away. I get that. But being a single dad, being just a single guy out here in the world, you need that energy to keep going forward. If you don't have anybody else but yourself, then you need to keep pushing forward. Because eventually what's going to happen, if something happens to you, you've helped so many other people, they will actually help you get the rest of the way each time. Don't make it about you. Make it about everybody else. Make it about your belief system, but make it about making the world a better place. Making it about helping more people. I taught my daughter a thing called reverse trick-or-treating. We grow vegetables in our garden every year, okay? And around October time frame, when the weather's starting to turn and everything else on our vegetables, my daughter and all of her friends will go give all the neighbors, anybody else wants vegetables. We don't charge anything. Why would I charge them? They're going to go rotten anyway. But I do that because guess what? It shows how to give, how to be a giver, how to give something you have to somebody that doesn't have it. And never ask anything in return. And you know what? It always made me feel good that they could do that, and the neighbors could do that, and they all caught on. And you know what? They're some of the greatest kids around because they learned to give, and that's what we're showing. We're not teaching them the world's going to screw them over. We're teaching them how to make the world a better place for themselves, and that when they believe in themselves and they give a little of themselves each time, put all this hard work in, and then give it. Now, I don't believe in socialism or communism or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I believe that, if you do something, you should be paid for it. But I also believe that we should help those that want help, get those people, because, if we're all working together, we're all doing a pretty good job. Okay? And it doesn't matter what their political features are. It doesn't matter what branch of the military they were in, unless they weren't in the Marine Corps, then they suck, but that's okay. And yeah, I went there because that's what I do. Each and every one of you matters. Each and every one of you makes a difference. Have a great day, everybody, and I will talk with everybody later. Oops. All right.